Let's talk about something that might seem strange at first, but is extremely important for your personal growth and success. Stepping out of your comfort zone. When you venture into the unknown, there will be uncertainty. This is normal. Your body, accustomed to the familiar, will resist. It prefers even familiar pain and suffering to facing the unknown. Your body, which often acts as the master rather than the servant, loves what it already knows, even if it's negative. When you set out to do something new, your body begins to send signals to your brain to return to what is familiar. You start to hear that inner voice saying, "Leave it for tomorrow. Today is not a good day. You deserve a break. You can't do it." This voice is the result of an old circuit in your brain that prefers the safety of the known. If you believe and accept these thoughts, you will perpetuate the same cycle of actions and feelings, keeping yourself in the same reality. Changing is like crossing a river, going from the old self to the new self. This process involves a kind of neurological, biological, hormonal, and genetic death of the old self. Each of your thoughts generates a biochemical reaction in the brain, which releases chemical signals to the body, creating corresponding feelings. Happy thoughts generate substances that make you feel good, while negative thoughts generate substances that make you feel bad. For example, when you anticipate something pleasurable, your brain produces dopamine, which makes you feel excited. On the other hand, thoughts of hate or self-deprecation generate substances that make you feel exactly that way. Your thoughts become matter when your body reacts to them, creating a continuous cycle where thought generates feeling and feeling generates thought. This creates a state of being that determines how we feel and behave. Imagine someone who spends their entire life feeling insecure. Each thought of insecurity releases substances that make this person feel insecure. This generates more thoughts of insecurity, perpetuating a cycle that defines their state of being as insecure. When we repeat the same thoughts and feelings, we physically mold our brain and body to these states. Now think about how an abundant person would think. Write down these thoughts. Install them in your brain repeatedly with attention and intention until they become your new inner voice. Reflect on how this person would act, how they would walk, breathe, smile, interact with others. When you mentally rehearse these actions, your brain begins to change as if you had already lived these experiences. Constant practice conditions your body to this new state of being. It's like learning to drive. At first, you need to think about every action, but over time it becomes automatic. Similarly, if you keep thinking and acting in new ways, these actions will become automatic. This process of repetition is essential to break old patterns and create new ones. To change your state of being, you need to step away from routine and observe your thoughts without reacting to them. This breaks the cycle of automatic responses and allows you to consciously take control of your thoughts. When you understand that your thoughts produce chemical reactions in the brain that affect your body, you realize that changing your thoughts can change your physical state. It's important to remember that your thoughts have a direct impact on your health and quality of life. Consciously changing your thoughts and feelings can transform your life. When you start thinking and acting like an abundant person, your energy changes. Your mood, your posture, and your interactions change. This creates a new reality for you. This process requires practice and persistence. At first, it may be uncomfortable because you are stepping out of the known and into the unknown. But over time, this new way of thinking and acting becomes natural. As you practice, your brain changes, allowing you to become this new version of yourself. So, start today. Think about how you want to be. Mentally rehearse these actions and make it a habit. Transform your conscious thoughts into unconscious thoughts. This requires effort, but the results will be worth it. You will see a transformation not only in how you feel, but also in how you live your life. Change your state of being and see how the world around you changes.